Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this LR STR Vegito Blue. He just got his easy on Global. I've been kind of waiting for this one, kind of excited to see how good this guy is going to be. So in this video we're going to look at his passive here, and then we are going to jump into a showcase where my goal is to kind of try and stack defense with this guy. So we'll see how good he's looking here, but very good LR stats there, right? So he is a super class key 4 and 120 to all stats. This is a very good battlefield leader skill, so definitely could get some use there. His super attack effect, he raises attack and defense, so he's stacking attack and defense on his 12 key, does colossal damage and lowers attack. And then on his 18 key, he greatly stacks attack and defense for only one turn though, and then does mega colossal damage to the enemy. So the way you want to play this guy is you either aim for the 12 key and go for defense stacking, or you get the 18 key and then hope you get an additional, which would do a 12 key stack as well, right? But if you aim for the 12 key, you could get double defense stacks in one turn. So that I think is what I would want to try for. But let's look at his passive. So attack and defense 100%, plus an additional attack and defense 10% with each super attack performed up to 50. So you want to perform a lot of supers with this guy, right? Raises ki by up to 10. The less HP remaining, the more ki you get. He has a medium chance of ki plus 5. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when performing an ultra super. Plus an additional ki plus 2 and disables enemy's guard if there's a future saga category ally attacking the same turn. So what I like about this guy is the way he was built before, like you'd want to aim for the 12 key to defense stack, but now they put in his passive an incentive to go for the 18, because if you get the 18, he's going to get a guaranteed additional that has a high chance of being a super, so you essentially are getting that defense stack for free then with it, and then you could proc a third. So even if you do the 18 key, with his new kit here, you still can double defense stack infinitely with the 212 keys. So I think I'm going to aim for the 18 key supers and hope that my additionals pop off. And I do have him at 20 additional. And then what I did, this to me, in my opinion, these are the optimal equips, and these are farmable in the quest stages. So I have a level 5 bronze defense, a level 5 silver defense, and a level 5 additional comboed with a level 2 defense for gold. So to me, that is like the optimal equips to put on this guy. He gets an insane amount of defense. He's going to be stacking. Like, that's really what I want this guy to do, is be defensive, right? So here we are turn 1. He's at 161k starter turn defense, but he hasn't done any stacking or anything yet, right? So let's go ahead and aim for that 18 key super. And he should be getting you know, 2 attacks, maybe 3 total, but none of them are guaranteed additional supers, right? The only guaranteed super is this. So 4 mil, you know, 4 mil isn't the craziest. But let's see how he's looking defensively. All right, so here's an additional 12 key. This is what we want. We want a defense stack with this guy. And let's hope we can get another 12 key additional here. We did. So this here is like the optimal turn. This is what you want. You want an 18 key super and then get 2 12 keys. So we double defense stack there. Plus we got the 1 turn great defense raise, right? And that great defense raise on 18 key, I believe, is a 50% raise. So even though we're only starting at like 160, it was going to be like 50% more than that. So probably what, like 250k, something like that. And then we got those other defense stacks with it. And this actually worked out well that the enemy survived there. Because now what I can do is I can just keep it like this, and we can take out this Vegeta here and get a fresh Vegeta for the next turn. So that worked out really well that he actually survived that turn, because this rotation probably would have done a lot of damage, right? Obviously I could have held back with them, but let's see what we're going to get here. The crazy thing with this Vegito was they actually like buffed him before he came out because people were so upset with the passive, right? And I think that one of the big things they added was the great attack and defense raise on 18 key. I don't think he had that, or it was something with his on super that they fixed or changed, right? All right, so here we're still getting 3 links. The thing is his best linking partner is this guy transformed, but getting him transformed could be quite tricky, right? So I think I am going to put Int Vegito in slot 1, then we'll go for the 18 key super. Let's look at what his defense is looking like. By the way, this is on a 180% leader skill. Some people forget, but the year 3 LRs are 180% lead. So the year 3 LRs and then like the LR Super Saiyan 4s, they're actually 180 leads. There aren't many of those in the game, but they do exist, right? Let's take a look at them right here. Yeah, so after getting that good first turn, we're 300k defense start of turn, And so after super on the 18 key, he's going to be at least 450k defense plus whatever he keeps stacking. And the reason why this defense now is looking good, it's not just the stacking, but it's because I put all those defense equips on him to give him a higher starting defense threshold to work with. So that's why I do feel those defense equips are really important on this guy. Because if you're going to bring him to the red zone, he's got to stack up quick, right? It doesn't take much to die in there. And now we're up to 6 mil. So that's looking a lot better too, because we're getting attack stacking with that as well. So 6 mil. All right, this one was a normal. Okay, and then so we're getting the triple attacks, which is awesome, and we got another additional defense stack here. So I do think you're just safe to aim for the 18 key with this guy, because if even just one of those 2-second attacks proc a super, like, you're good. Because just aiming for the 12 key, the most you can get is just that plus the hidden potential. You're much better off taking the big 18 key, getting that big 1-turn defense stack, and then hoping that you get 1 or 2 other infinite stacks, right? So I'm actually liking, like, after looking at the second turn, like, I'm actually pretty impressed with this Vegito. The bad part is like Patara isn't in the greatest spot right now, but I think they're about to get a really big buff because the Supreme Kai of Time, the tech one, I believe she's easying during Dragon Ball Heroes. That's a really good Realm of Gods buff. Not to mention some of these other Heroes units would be Realm of Gods, right? So I think, Golden Cooler, I think technically would be Realm of Gods? Because I think Golden Friezas are Realm of Gods, are they not? They might not be. I'd have to double check that, but, and I'm not sure how they consider, like, the limit. I don't think the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s are considered Realm of Gods. But you never know. There could be some more Realm of Gods there in Heroes, right? Alright, so what we got here? So this is a pretty good turn. We're going to have 5 links active here. 291k defense, so pretty similar to last turn. And I think we're just getting a little bit less defense support here, and that's why it maybe didn't go up as much as we want to. Let's go ahead and do this. And then, yep, we would just get the 18 key there, so that's fine. And then we'll do that. Alright. And then if we do ever fall below 50%, we can try to proc the fusion here. I don't know. I don't think this Vegeta is going to do much to this guy, though. Well, 240. That's actually decent damage. Oh, and we're taking some normals. Actually, we're getting below 50%. Okay. Sweet. Okay, that works out. So, all we have to do is basically not take damage and not heal. 6.3 mil, so once again, pretty decent attack stat there, right? Now we're just hoping for additional defense stacks. So looking for those additionals to proc. There's one. 4.3 mil on the additional. Yeah, I'm liking this Vegito. He's a nice little unit. Especially for a free-to-play unit, right? Like, he's definitely up there for top free-to-play units in the game. Because this, once again, you got to build them for defense stacking. Like, that's really the best way to use them. Because, like, those 6 mil attack stats, while that's good, and that is very good for a free-to-play unit, you're not competing with, like, Gamma 2, right? You're not doing all this for these other characters, right? Oh! Yeah, so the Vegito on the other rotation transformed, which makes sense. So what I might do is I'm going to float and get that other Vegito off. I know it's going to mess up my rotations a bit, but I'm going to get that other Vegito off and then get that one linked up. So that I can get, my good linking partner. I mean, it's only adding 1 or 2 more extra links. I think they share 5 links together, so it is worth it to get them linked up. So we'll just grab this other Vegito, and we'll just float him over, right? Okay. And then we should be done with this turn here. I don't know. I'm really impressed. Like, I'm really curious to see what this Vegito is going to look like by the end of this Legendary Vegeta event, right? I'm also fighting my phone battery. We're probably going to get a 10% warning at some point. We're really low, but like my phone was kind of low when I came home and I had to get some videos done right away and I didn't have time to charge it. So we'll see what we're looking like here. So 3 links active. 435k starter turn defense. Very good. Yeah, we'll take that 435. Let's go on slot 1 here. Let's do a big 18 key attack. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep. I want to keep them linked up, though. I don't want to lose the links. Shoot, I should have put him in slot 2 because I kind of want to float him up. I'm going to do that. So we're going to lose some links here, right? That's fine. So this attack stat's not going to be as great. But I want to float off that other Int Vegito because then when the correct Int Vegito comes back, I want to have support on that rotation. So I'm going to leave it like this. So 4.8, so that's severely severed because he's like no links right here. So that would have been like that 6 mil, right? Come on, give me a defense stack. Okay, so that was our first turn without an infinite defense stack. We got unlucky. But Vegito's been very consistent. He's been hitting triple attacks every time. And that's because when you have 2 guaranteed attacks, I basically have a 40% chance to proc each time he attacks. So odds are pretty good one of those will trigger and give me that hint potential additional, right? So that turned out really good. So right here, well, we can transform this Vegito. Let's go for it. And then we'll have Scouter, and that'll just help us make sure we're good the rest of the way through here, right? So sure, we'll let STR Vegito kind of go crazy here. We'll let him do a bunch of counter damage. STR Vegito has really fallen off because he's just such a glass cannon. Because, like, even against this Vegeta, who is by far nowhere near the toughest boss in the game anymore, he's not even tanking for double digits on normals, right? So you bring this guy in the red zone, and, like, the Scouter's super clutch, the transformation heal is super good, but, dude, you can't even get his counters off because the dude's taking, like, 150, 300k normals against some of these bosses. He needs defense against normals. He really should have, like, 50, 60, 70% damage reduction against normals like the other Vegito counter unit has, right? Like, he should have that. But he doesn't. He's just like a wet noodle. cannot, you know, he cannot tank for anything, which is really unfortunate, right? All right. So now this should be a pretty good optimal turn here, right? All right. How many links we got right here? Yeah. So we're getting 5 out of 7 links, which is good. What's our defense? 456k start turn defense. So once you're getting to like this 400k range, I mean, dude, after super, he's getting 50% on super. So he's going to be like 700k defense after super. Not counting any like additional 12 key stacks. Like, that's crazy. Like, dude, this Vegito's looking really good. I'm actually really liking him. Once again, you just build him for defense stacking. Now, I did put Supreme Kai there on the end, in a spot to get super, and I didn't realize that. So if we die, we die. But I've definitely seen enough of this Vegito. We'll see how good he's looking here. Because what turn are we on? This is turn 10. So, dude, turn 10, this guy's already like 700k defense after supering. That's actually really solid. You know, in some red zone fights, you might be able to get to turn 10. It depends on the fight. But that's why I stress with the equips really going defense. Because if you want to use this guy in red zone, you got to get defense as quick as possible. Wow, was that a 13 mil? That was like a 13 mil shot there. That was pretty darn good. Pretty darn good on that Dokkan attack. Wow. And then in Vegito, depending on if he decides to crit or not, he's going to be doing some counters here, though. We might actually take this Vegeta out, especially if we crit here. We got to crit, though. Give me those crits. No crit. And of course I load this guy up with crit because he's a counter unit. He's just not going to crit at all, right? Because these crits would be doing like a mil damage. So of course this Vegeta's going to survive. That's actually okay. The question is if he's going to kill us because, well, she's not going to get hit for 600k. She'll get hit for a lot. She has damage reduction though, I believe. What is it? Actually, she might just start with it. So she might be okay. So I think she's got like 50% damage reduction or something. Let's see what she takes here. Ooh, 429. She didn't have it there. Or no, what it was she guards. That's what it was. She gets guard. But that's okay. The Dokkan attack full healed us back, so we're all good to go there. Sure, we'll just let STR Vegito finish this off. His counter should do it. The one thing with this Patara team, it's pretty resilient with all the healing we've gotten, right? Pretty embarrassing, though, how this guy can't even tank normals. Look, dude, he's type advantage on this God Vegeta from the Legendary Vegeta event. He's type advantage and is not tanking double digits for his counterattacks. Like, that is so bad. That is so bad. That's where, like, Tech Gogeta just, like, flew up above him for me because at least after he transforms, he's got damage reduction for 5 turns, which actually helps him tank, you know? Alright. Alright, so we're gonna get a chance to eat a super here. This will be a really good turn. We're gonna make this our last turn to finish off. So 430k starter turn defense. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we are going to see STR Vegito. After super, he's going to be tanking type disadvantage. And this final flash hits really hard. This is like a 750k attack. So let's see what we take here. This is going to be really interesting. 7.3 mil on the attack stack, by the way. And let's see if we can get any extra 12 keys. Yep, there's one. 4.4. So, dude, like, with these additionals, he's putting up like 12 to 15 mil attack stats. Dude, he's good. All right, I'm curious. What are we going to take here? It takes a lot of defense to tank this guy. Yeah, dude, 300k, that's fine. Considering we're type disadvantage against a 750k super. That's pretty darn good. So that there was an example of how he could tank in red zone. Because I would say that simulates a really powerful red zone attack being type disadvantage against that Vegeta. So I would say that would compare to tanking like a good red zone boss like type neutral. I think that's what that would look like, right? So to me, him tanking that for 300k is actually pretty good. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this STR Vegito. I think he's actually pretty solid. Once again, I do recommend you all build him with defense and additional. That's the way I would build this guy. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.